that should be recording in sort of 50 frames per second. You're right, guys and girls, welcome back to another video of mine on my YouTube channel, another ghost box session. Now I'm recording two backups. I'm doing a live stream over on here, which I will be doing in a minute using my PSB 7 spirit box, which is that one there. This is my spirit box, and also I have the recorder here as well, so sound recorder, so I can record the footage back. I'm using the Rode mic because it gives a nice clear precise sound, and also I've got my where is it, was the, because I'm going to have to charge that up. Where is that? Ah, there it is. I think this might be actually dying, so I don't know, I have to find the wire for this. Definitely the wire for it. You connect it in and then you charge it up, and it should be around somewhere. Let's have a look. Alright, I'll make sure it's still recording on here. 6400, 125, because I'm recording in 60 frames per second, or technically around about 50 to 60 frames, so still gives that nice precise thing. Now what we're going to do is go to the live stream here a second, see if we can get this up. I do apologise, guys and girls, if you're seeing it from two perspective views, and I'm uploading two versions, one of this one in 1080p, which is actually a good camera lens. I'm using the 50mm Meek, I think it's 1.7, so it's good for light, but I've had to turn up the light a little bit, the ISO on it to 6400, because in a dark room like this, I mean, it's good if you've got light out for outdoors, absolutely amazing for outdoors, you don't really need as much. But when you're in a sort of a low light situation, actually I think I've got it really too much, but sometimes it looks grainy, so I like to keep it around about 6400. Gives that nice little crisp type sort of thing, especially in this room. It's got a little light up there, but doesn't produce much light at all. It's absolutely terrible, some of these energy efficient ones. Right, let's go live and see if it works this time. I've got my Ethernet cable in today. I didn't have it in yesterday, due to the fact, right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put in, if it works, ghost box session live stream live, and this is for Sunday the 10th of March 2019. Right, so we've got live ghost box session 10th of March 2019, and this one will be hoping to catch spirits or somewhere along the lines that. Speak to spirits, hope to speak to spirits. Okay, spirits. Little. And then what we're going to do then, yeah, I had to refresh the internet a little bit because sometimes all the traffic is absolutely terrible, and live ghost box, ghost box session. doing a second live Ghostbox session for 2019. So it's the 2019 we're in at the moment. So hopefully my battery doesn't burn out. Hopefully we'll get enough in there to do a little bit for today. Yeah, you can move forward a little bit, guys and girls, and just go forward a little bit to where I get to the session. I'm just setting it all up at the moment and all that, but I'm also doing it so you got a good, decent sort of video on it. So nice quality, because when you're doing live streaming, sometimes the quality is not good. So I'm doing sort of two aspects, one from this distance and one from this end. So there we go. So what we're going to do, allow chat in there as well, so people can live chat and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then what we'll do then is go back out, and then we'll do a thing here. And I need to take another one of these retakes thumb. Alright. So what I do is I do those things, that little sort of picture I got on my background for the thumbnail, so that way I can have a decent thumbnail at the background on me using my Ghostbox stuff. Anyway, so let's go live. Science and technology, that's what I put it under the category, because it's still science. We're trying to find out if spirits do exist, and if there is spirits in the spirit world, if they can communicate with the living. So it's basically us just trying to do our bit to get a little bit closer to finding out eventually. Right, so what we're doing now, we're going live. Got to wait till this loads up. Hopefully, here we go, we're live. After, what's that, 10-15 minutes, guys and girls? Roughly about 10-15 minutes. I'd say probably about 10 minutes at least, or just under 10 minutes. Because at least that way it'd be 10 minutes. So I'm doing it from two perspective views. That's why I'm looking from one camera to the next here as well. So that's why I've got two cameras set up. Right, so if I go back in here into my session, right, so I go back to the camera settings. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing. Make sure my mic's working. I think my mic should be working. 1, 2. Right. So yeah, looks like I'm officially live on the webcam. Yo, Churchill 14. All right, mate. How you doing? So I've got two cameras set up at the moment. One over here, just in case I pick up anything. So you can choose between. Well, not choose between two cameras, but because that one's not live, the one I've got over here. This is the Sony Alpha 6300. This is attached to my 50mm. So if there's any sort of ghosting going on, yeah, it's doing well, man. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, man. How are you anyway? You doing good? Hope so. Anyway, are we doing all right? Let us know anyway. So yeah. So we've got two cameras on here, guys and girls. Got this Sony one I'm using on this one, which I'm pointing at you guys and girls on that one, which I'll be uploading to a second video. And then I've got my webcam here. I need to try and get the Brio webcam, which is 4K and all that. So, because this is 1080p and it's kind of grainy as well, very grainy. I mean, you can only do so much with the colouring and all the basics and all that. Anyway, so what we're going to do is just coming up to 11 o'clock. Actually, gone 11 o'clock, 6 minutes past actually 11. I'm looking on my laptop, for some reason my clock on the other side's only just turned 11 o'clock. How's football? Yeah, that's cool, man, that's cool. Yeah, so say next time just come over and just for a few seconds or something, just say hi and all that. I'm good anyway, I'm all friendly, so not like a lot of these other YouTubers where they sometimes shake people's hands and then they just want like they feel disgusted and all that. To be honest, I'm one of those like friendly ones. To be honest, when they say, oh well, they've got these people like I've seen him, he's on YouTube, he's famous and all that. To be honest, or I'd say, or a superstar or something, or whatever that they say. Thing is, I don't think anyone's a superstar. They're just, everyone's a human being, and I just like myself. I like just doing YouTube videos and all that. So it's pretty good to do all these YouTube videos. And even if I do get famous at some point and get like a shit ton of money, I'm still just gonna be myself, because there's no point actually being someone else when you've got loads of money and all that. It's just not me at all. So anyway, so we're gonna try it and see if we can actually get any spirits through the box today, the spirit box. So I've got this spirit box here. This is more like a sort of a radio frequency, but with radio frequencies like this one, guys and girls. Where is it? I don't know, see if I can get this in. Can we get this in focus? Yeah, there we go, got that pretty much in, I'd say, in focus. And then we've got this as well. This is my sound recorder for picking up stuff. And also I've got my little microphone, which I got on the bought off Amazon. This actually cost me, this little radio here cost me, I think it was like 80 quid. Yeah, that break video soon. Yeah, definitely will, man. I'm just waiting for it. But I wouldn't try and sort of like, I mean, I would like to get viral, do my channels and stuff and like for videos. But I'm just gonna still keep myself and write to myself. And I mean, I interact with people, and if people come up to me and they know me, I'll say hello and all that, because I'm always friendly and stuff. I don't like to be ignorant and all that. Like a lot of these superstars or YouTubers are like sometimes from time to time. But it's the way it goes. I think it's just the way they've been brought up. Alright. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put it on FM. 100 milliseconds. Yeah, 100 milliseconds. So if you can hear that, that's actually like the sort of the white noise coming through. Yeah, that's white noise. So basically, I've got to put that on in a second. So I want to make sure I've got enough power. Yeah, I've got enough power in my phone and all that. Got around about 80%. Right, that's on. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I need to get Sainsbury's at some point to actually sponsor me. That'd be quite cool if they did, actually, because I'm always promoting their foods and stuff. To be honest, I find Tesco's is a little bit more sort of not wanting to be advertised. They've got their own sort of advertisements going on. But the thing is, there needs to be like sort of a people sort of advertisement going on, where the people advertise them, in a sense. It will be a lot easier for people, because us people are the ones who actually buys the foods and eats the foods. Obviously they do as well, they buy them, but I don't know if they go to their own supermarkets and buy foods, or if they go to another supermarket. So it's one day I saw, because I was across the road and I was sitting next to a shop which is a Bookies next door, and it's strange, one of the people that works at Corals went over to, I think it was what's that other one? It was across the road in the boulevard. Best diet-based meals for like £5. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Definitely. I mean, to be honest, you want to turn into a rabbit, just eat rabbit food and all that, like lettuce and cucumber and cabbages and all that. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, I've noticed like with these sort of bookies as well, they can't, the people, the managers that want to go and play on the bookies or on the actual machines, they go over to the other bookies, because they're not allowed to do that in their own bookies place. And it's strange, really, actually. You alright, Christopher? How you doing, man? How you doing? So we're just doing another. I was going to do it tomorrow on Monday, do another ghost box session, but I thought I'd do it today. So yeah, let's see if we can get any spirits coming through. Alright, and I've got my better microphone on today. I've got the siren, so it's much clearer. Alright, if there's any spirits here with us today, could you come forward and say hello? Is there any spirits here with us today? If there's any spirits here with us that want to communicate, friendly spirits from the other side, come forward, tell us your name. Oh, she's doing fine, she's sleeping at the moment. Is there any spirits here with us today? Oh! Wow. Could you tell us your name? The spirit just said yes. Could you come forward and say, tell me your name? Could you come forward and tell us your name? The spirit that said yes. Could you come forward and tell us your name? If there is any spirits here, I've just communicated. How many spirits are there here with us today? How many spirits are there with us today? Sound like 10. Is there 10 spirits here with us today, or less? Can we get a confirmation of 10 spirits? Could you come forward? Tell us how many spirits there is? I said 8 then. 8, 10. Hang on, right, let's do that in a minute. I'll replay that back, because you can usually... Let's put the other microphone in a second, because I had to swap them over and plug it, because this one, on the port here, it's got a microphone and a headphone jack. Now once I plug that into the headphone jack, just here, so just that, that becomes the new microphone, the headset. So listen. Yeah, that is a lot of spirits, definitely. Oh no, I've got this on too. Got on too slow. Where's it? Where's normal speed? There we go. I had it on slow motion. Bartender, eh? There we go. Let's see if we can slow that down. Slow down a bit more so you can. No, I can't. Alright, so we just had like a yes on there then. So that's the second, well actually that's the first time that I got an actual really good response. Yeah, it sounds like a trend, doesn't it? I mean, it's actually technically white noise. Yeah, technically white noise. So I'm going to just turn this down a minute. Now what white noise is, I don't know if you've seen the film with Michael Keaton where he loses his wife, she gets killed. Yeah, change the frequency, I definitely am. So I need to try and... Alright, I'm going to put the frequency... it's called sweep rate, which is actually the frequency. I'll put it at 250 milliseconds. I'll put it in... I'm going to put it in reverse. Is there any spirits here with us today that want to communicate with us? If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, come forward, say yes or no. Sounded like a low noise then. Like a yes, but like really low. Is there any spirits here with us today? The Big Bang, yeah. Let's have a look. I thought I just heard something then. Like We Are or something along the lines. Hang on. That's weird. Hang on. Put this back in a minute. It's just near the end of the last bit. In between the 40 seconds. Yeah, I'm really getting to do more a lot now. Sounded like a low noise then. Like a yes, but like really low. Hang on, let's have a look. Actually, if you hear that, it sounded like yes, but really close. Listen to this. Sounded like a low noise then. Really low. Yes, but like really low. Is there any spirits here with us today? The Big Bang, yeah. That was weird. Yeah, there's some stuff that comes through on it. Oh, Les, no. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I I'm getting quite a few of them coming in there. That's good. Sorry, it's just my mum I'm talking to. Yeah, guys, it goes well on the other one I'm doing. I've got two cameras I've got on at the moment, so you can see them from different perspective views. So if we get any sort of spirit orbs in here and stuff with us today. So yeah, if there's any spirits here with us today, do come forward, come and use all our energy or some of our energy to try and communicate with us, and also to try and show us that you're here with us in the spirit side. We would love to communicate with you, and I definitely would. I'm hoping you guys and girls as well give some positive energy out there. Yeah, it sounds like a chopper. I mean, yeah, that's what white noise. But the film I watched before, really good. Actually, came up with the original. There was this original guy who came up with a device which he could use and manipulate to actually hear the spirits of his dead wife through. And I think it was the first ever EVP, Electric Voice Phenomena box sort of thing, ITC box. And it's when he first came up with it. It was extraordinary. And a lot of people keep debunking these, but it's strange, sometimes you get a really responsive, straight off answer to some of these as well. And it's really intriguing. Right, if there's any spirits here with us today, come forward, tell us your name. Is there any spirits here who would like to communicate with us from the spirit world? If there's any spirits here that want to communicate, come forward and say hello. Come forward, say hello if you want. If any friendly spirits here. Any bad, evil spirits are not wanted in this house. So any of the spirits can keep them all away, all the good spirits. Can push them all back. We want positive energy and not negative energy. Yeah, I was saying about going to the graveyards and all that because I've got all my ITC equipment with me. But I went to, if there's any spirits here with us, come forward, tell us your name. Is there any spirits here that want to communicate? Any spirits here with us? Probably say this is all then. And let's have a look. It's right near the end. It's windy as hell outside as well. Actually, you should go to such a grave. Actually, I went to because it's my dad's 81st birthday this year, and he would have been 81 this year. And also last year, because it was his 80th birthday, went to the graveyard and I did a sort of an EVP stuff to see if I could communicate with my dad and stuff on the other side. Was that don't go digging up any graves? Yeah, definitely, man. Try and keep all the bodies down at least, anyway. But anyway, so I went to my dad's grave last year for his 80th birthday, and I took my mum there. It was an okay-ish day, I think. It was quite a little bit chilly, wasn't it? But it wasn't no wind. There was not any wind and that stuff. It was a bit cold, but no wind at all. And I went to do the EVP, and then there was a couple of women across over to the other side of the graveyard. And I was thinking maybe they were probably part of the grave area where the actual graveyard and all that, trying to keep it and all that. And then suddenly I went to finish my EVP and stuff because I didn't really get anything on it, but when I was doing the EVP, and I actually noticed at that time when I was just about to leave, this woman comes over and she said, "Oh, was you taking any pictures and stuff of the graves and stuff?" Because she said, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that around here and all that." And I was thinking, actually, technically it's public, so it's actually to the people. And seeing when my dad's actually in that graveyard and all that.
Didn't you?
Yeah, but seeing when Dad was at that graveyard and you paid for his grave and all that, technically we could have just took a picture and videos of it.
And what can she do? Because I paid for that.
Yeah, but apparently I don't know if they've got new rules or something, regulations or something, but you should be able to record in a graveyard. And obviously some people would think it's disrespectful, but not to your own father and all that, and try to see if there's any spirits there and all that kind of stuff.
And your own husband?
Yeah, and your own husband, yeah. So, yeah, but I didn't get anything on that day, but would have liked to, actually. Would have liked to have got something through. But there was actually, I noticed there was a dead bird on that day in there. There was one of those dead crows in there. And usually, a dead crow inside of a graveyard is usually something strenuous. It usually says something. There's usually something attached to it. Nosy people should mind their own business. So yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. That's why I always try, because what I'm doing, I don't know how the stream is on here, if this is a good picture or not, because I'm using the 1080p one.
I'll never forget, we were sitting there one day, and these two women come along with those two boys.
Yeah.
And this one, she said,